Some men walk into a room and, without saying much, all eyes turn toward them. They don't dress in the flashiest way, they don't speak the loudest, and they don't try to dominate the attention of others. Yet somehow, they become the center of gravity. People lean closer when they talk, women notice their presence, and men respect their silence. The truth is, this kind of effortless attraction doesn't come from tricks, pick-up lines, or a well-rehearsed act. It comes from psychology. It comes from how a man carries himself, how he thinks, and how little he needs to prove. The first thing that sets such a man apart is his quiet confidence. He doesn't have to tell you who he is, because you can feel it. He doesn't announce his worth, and he doesn't seek validation. In fact, his silence is often louder than the words of those around him. When others scramble to be noticed, his calm energy stands out. This is not arrogance. It's certainty, a certainty that he is enough, with or without approval. People are naturally drawn to that kind of self-assuredness, because it's so rare in a world where most are desperately trying to be seen. Attraction without effort also stems from the law of non-chase. The harder you pursue someone's approval, the less they value it. Humans instinctively pull away from what clings to them and lean toward what remains scarce. The man who doesn't chase, who doesn't try to impress, flips the script. Instead of running after people, he lets people run after him. This isn't a game, it's human psychology. Scarcity creates value, and when a man doesn't flood the world with desperate energy, he becomes valuable. He is also comfortable in solitude. Many people fear being alone, needing constant company, noise, or distraction. But the man who attracts without trying embraces solitude. He can sit in silence, and he can walk alone without feeling incomplete. That comfort radiates outward, and people can feel it. It tells them he is whole on his own. And ironically, that wholeness makes others want to be part of his world. Nobody wants to join someone who is incomplete and clinging. They are drawn to someone who is already full. Another layer of his psychology is emotional stability. Most men get shaken easily by rejection, by insult, by stress. But the man who attracts without effort remains calm when others are losing control. He doesn't shout to be heard. He doesn't react to every small trigger, and he doesn't wear his emotions on his sleeve. This doesn't mean he is cold, it means he is in control. And control is power. Women respect this, men admire it, and everyone feels it. Emotional steadiness signals strength, maturity, and safety. Part of his magnetism also lies in mystery. In today's world, most people overshare. They expose every thought on social media, every opinion in arguments, every detail in conversation. But the man who attracts without trying doesn't reveal everything. He chooses what to share and what to keep to himself. His words are measured. His life is not a book open to all. And because he is not easily known, people want to know him more. Mystery creates desire. When someone can't figure you out completely, they lean closer, hoping to learn more. But what truly separates him from the average man is that his life is centered around purpose, not people. He doesn't live to impress. He doesn't wake up thinking about how to get someone's approval. His energy is invested in his mission, his goals, his craft. He is building, learning, creating. That kind of focus is magnetic, because people are naturally drawn to energy and motion. They want to be close to the fire, and he has become the fire. He doesn't chase attention, it comes to him because he is busy doing something bigger than seeking it. Another reason for this effortless attraction is detachment from outcomes. He doesn't need things to go a certain way. He doesn't cling to results, and he doesn't beg for specific reactions. When you don't need anything, you become powerful. Most men are trapped in neediness, needing approval, needing affection, needing to be liked. But the man who doesn't need is free. His freedom is what people sense. It creates an aura of abundance, as if his life is already full. And when someone feels abundant, people want to be a part of that. Even his body language plays a role. Before a man speaks, his presence is already speaking for him. The effortless man doesn't fidget, doesn't rush, doesn't force. His posture is calm, his movements are steady, and his energy is grounded. He doesn't stare to intimidate, but when his eyes meet yours, they are steady, not desperate. This kind of presence is powerful because it signals control. A controlled body reflects a controlled mind, and people instinctively respect it. All of this is tied to a deeper principle. The man who attracts without trying doesn't tolerate disrespect. He doesn't lower his standards just to be accepted. He doesn't bend his values for approval. He knows what he stands for, and he stands firm. This quiet self-respect acts like a shield. It communicates without words that he is not someone to be played with. And because people can feel it, they treat him differently. They treat him with the respect he silently demands. At the core of this psychology lies a Stoic mindset. Life is full of unpredictability, loss, rejection, betrayal, failure. Most men collapse under pressure, but the Stoic man accepts life as it is. He doesn't complain, doesn't whine, doesn't react to every blow. Instead, he focuses only on what he can control: his thoughts, his actions, his growth. He lets go of everything else. This mindset is rare, but it is deeply attractive, because it makes him untouchable. He is not moved by every wave, and that stability becomes a lighthouse in the chaos of the world. So why do some men attract without trying? It is not magic, and it is not luck. It is the way they move through life. It is their silence, their restraint, their calmness, their focus, their freedom. They don't seek attention, and that is why they get it. They don't beg for love, and that is why they receive it. They don't try to impress, and that is why they leave the deepest impression. Attraction without effort is the reward of self. It is what happens when a man builds himself into someone who does not need, because he already is. And in the end, this is the truth. The men who attract effortlessly don't chase the world. They build themselves, and the world can't help but notice.